Alright, you guys, what is up? It is Flarp here with a quest guide for the quest Enlightened Journey. Now, to start this quest, you will need, of course, as following: 36 crafting, 30 farming, 20 fire making, and 20 quest points. So, I've just achieved all of that. I got the farming today. Now, a couple of the items you will need for this first part, I don't have all them yet, but I will pause and get them, but I just wanted to show a quick tip for unlit candle is in the candle shop in Catherby. If you don't know where that is, it's simply on the map right here. And there's a little candle shop here. So that is how you get the unlit candle. You only need one, but I'm going to buy a couple as backup. So I will see you when we're at the starting quest point and when I have all the appropriate items. Alright, you guys, so we are back again with the beginning of the Enlightened Journey quest, like I said again. So, to begin this quest, the following items you will need. You do not need the shears that I have. You need 8 empty sacks, which I just retardedly forgot to get mine out of the bank. So you need 8 empty sacks, not the shears, but you do need a ball of wool. Runes are not required. You need 3 papyrus, an unlit candle, a full sack of potatoes, and 10 silk. And to begin this quest, you will go to Eterna by talking to these monks, but I will be back once I get the items again. So, once you talk to the monks and go to Entrana, however the fuck you want to say it, we will begin the quest by getting off the boat and walking to the northeast of this area. And we should come along a sand pit, which will be used later in the quest, and a quest marker icon to start this quest, along with a guy named Augustine, or Auguste, whatever. So, he will have some dialogue for you. Just scroll through that simply. And say, yes, sign me up to help him. And he will tell you some items he needs, like a thing of wool. And he will show you a schematic for a diagram that he has. Now you can close that and talk to him again. And say, what's your point? And he will talk about cold air and, you know, fire and stuff. All that a hot air balloon would use. And now simply talk to him again. And he says, have you gotten the materials? You will reply by saying yes. And you will create an origami balloon now. So you can use the ball of wool on the papyrus. And next use that with the candle. And you will have an origami balloon. Now talk to him again and say you will have finished the origami balloon. And he will do a mini little test flight with it. You will. And it will kind of crash and it won't really work too well. So he says his hypothesis was right. Now, talk to him again. And he says 2 papyrus and a sack full of potatoes. And you will say yes, and he will take them. And now you will float it, and it will work, and an angry mob will attack, which is kind of funny. And they're like, destroy the floating thing, rah. And now he will proceed to tell you that it will have worked, and now he's ready for the bigger thing. And he's also worried about what the people say. So we need yellow dye, red dye, 10 pieces of silk, and a clay bowl, and 8 sandbags. Sandbags are from filling them with the sand pit, like I mentioned earlier. And he will tell you how to get these. And he will give you 5 apples and a Augustine sapling. Now, simply talk to him and say, yes, I want to give you some of the items. And say the silk. And now you need a bowl, sandbags, and dye. So proceed to walk over to the sand pit with your 8 bags or sacks. And simply right click, use them on the sand pit to fill them up with sand. Now just proceed till that is done with all 8. And there we go, we have 8. Now he gave us a sapling and apples because the apples are used to look after the tree, which the tree is where we need the 30 farming for, and also we need 12 oak branches. And say yes, I want to give you some of the items. Say you have the sandbags, and now you need the bowl and dye. And I will also show how you make the bowl and how you get the dye and stuff. So I will resume the video when we are on one of the next steps and what to do. Alright, so I just did a quick teleport to Varrock. Of course, I'm in World 1. Now, you will be taking your tree and your apples. Ah, Jesus, fucking gamblers. And all necessary, oops, did not mean to drop that. And all necessary farming materials to the farming patch. And I think I'm lagging. No. So, you will now simply plant the tree, talk to him, and you will see it's a willow tree, and you will say, can you look after my crops for me? And he will say that will be a basket of apples. Say, okay, that's a deal. And now he will begin to look after your tree, so it will grow, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Now, the one thing about this quest, though, is that you will have to wait for the tree to grow, and it takes a fairly long amount of time. It takes probably like 5 hours, I think. I know it's 7 times 40, I think it is. So it's 280 divided by 60. So that's about, yeah, near 5 hours of actually growing the actual tree. So within that time, you can either A, already grow a tree prior to doing the quest if you know you're going to do it, which of course I just got the 30 farming, so there's no way I could have really prepared for that. And now something of this quest that we are going to need is red berries for the red dye. Now you will need to find red berries where I just exactly went, and you will probably have to wait. I'm gonna wait for this just because I don't really want to hop, but you will need 3 red berries and a couple coins for the red dye, and you will need 2 onions for the yellow dye. So I will come back when we get that material. Oh, and a bowl I also just found in my bank, but to make that with crafting, you can simply just, you know, make a bowl with you know, clay, wet it, and go to the place in Barbarian Village and just simply make a bowl unfired and then fire it in a furnace, and you will have a bowl. So I will resume when we are at the next step. Now here's the part how you make the dye. If you didn't already know, you come to Draenor in this little house right here, and you will ask her, can you make some dyes for me? And you will ask for red dye, and you will say, okay, make me the red dye, please. And you will talk to her again and say, can you help me make a dye? And you will make the yellow dye, and you will say, okay, I would like to dye. Now we're going to go back and turn these items into August, or whatever his name is. Also note that you should unequip and bank any sort of combat items that you were to take out, so you can go to the island again. Alright, so we are back here at Augustine, and he will ask what you have for him. So again, give him the dye, and he will say yellow red dye, and say you have the bowl, and he will thank you, and he says that's the last of it. You just need to build the basket, which you can finish with the boon. How are you getting on with the willow? And you will say fine, thanks. And this is the part where you wait until the, of course, willow tree grows, and you can you know, do whatever you want in between then. And then I will post a second part of this on how we finish the quest and how you get the branches once I get to that part. So from then I'm going to do a Death Plateau and a Troll Stronghold quest guide for you guys, because I'm going to do law runes running solo though, and this is one of the requirements for that, so I'm just going to do quest guides for those. So I will see you guys in part 2 and in some more quest guide videos. So see. And peace. And that was I don't know what's RC. Peace.